Hello folks, this is Dor in Utrecht, and I thought about making another video here about adventure. But what is actually adventure and how can you go on an adventure? This is about the purpose of your life, or what is the purpose of your life actually, and I'm gonna give you a few possibilities for that. So there's a lot going on. 4 days, there's a lot of workshops, a lot of they're coming! Oh, it fell down! Because it's too hot to know. Hello, how are you? Oh wait, the three going. A lot of people, when I ask them like, what are you here for to do something, they get too scared. It's not a question they really want to ask themselves, and if that's the case for you, just don't watch this video. But if it's a yes, then one way to think about what is that you're here for to do is think about, what are you angry about? What are you angry about? Like, let's say you're angry about people polluting the oceans. So that's maybe something that you care about. You care about the ocean, you care about the environment, and that might be something that would very satisfy you if you'll do that. If you're gonna take care of this mess that the world created. So we came to this world that there's all these messes in. Right? It's not this world where everything is so perfect, and we didn't choose to come to a world where it's just everything is good, no bad. Like everything is just perfect, neat, in place, there's no problems. A lot of people I ask this question is like, would you want to be born in a world that there's no problems too?
Honey, I'm home.
So the next question is, if it's okay for you to come to this world with problems, why did you choose to come here? And when I ask this question, people, they suddenly question, did I choose to come here? A lot of people have this conception that they're like, just came here by accident. And in one way it's true, like we did, like, I was born, suddenly I have consciousness, I'm like 5 something, or 10 or 20, 30, 40, whatever age. And I look back and I think at some point I just woke up to this situation. I didn't really choose it. I just starting to notice when I was a kid in school or something after that I'm alive, I'm in this world. What's going on here? Is anything really accidental in your life? Can you think about a thing that you did not too long ago, and in the beginning you thought like, why this is happening to me? Like, why do I always get sick, for example? And then after a while you discover it's because what you eat, or because you don't work out, or you don't take care of yourself. So sometimes we think that our problems are just, we just came out of nowhere, but then we actually, after a while, we learn something and we get to see, it was actually I did this. Like, I was responsible for that. I created this for myself. Sometimes we discover it by relationships, right? Like, I have a relationship that is not working, and I think, why did I deserve it? This asshole or this bitch, they did this to me, they screwed me over, I'm a victim. But then after a while you start to see that the same relationships are coming back. The same person, the same person, the same person. Oh wait, maybe it's something in me. Maybe I was responsible for that. But just a moment ago, you thought, no, it's the world. The world is like this. The world created this for me. But actually, it's not the world, right? So the same thing, you can look at all of your life. The whole of your life, maybe it's not an accident. Maybe it's something that you chose to create. This is not a belief kind of thing. It's not do you believe it, you don't believe it. It's more of does it serve you to think like this, to take this approach, or it's not an approach, it's a path. So if you take this path of like, I'm responsible, radically responsible for everything in my life, what does it gonna do to you? Will it serve you, or will it be shitty for you? The truth is, it cannot be shitty for you, because like some people are gonna judge themselves about it, but if you're a person that judges themselves, you're gonna anyway judge yourself. So it doesn't matter on what. But if you're a person that's waiting for the next thing in life, that can serve you. It's like, I'm responsible for everything. Great. What can I be responsible now to create in my life? It's like, if I'm responsible for everything, I can change things, I can transform. So there you get it. Like, you get to this point of what is the purpose of this, and if I created the purpose, what do I want to have the purpose of my life? What do you want to have the purpose of your life if you're responsible for it? So let's take adventure, for example. If my life is about adventure, it's not an intellectual thing. It's not that, like, I think the value is intellectual. My religion is adventure. I believe in adventure. I believe everyone should have an adventure. No, it's not like this, because of course most of the people in the world just came here to do a little transformation, or a little adventure. It's still an adventure in some way, actually. But it's not like something that you think that everyone should do, but let's say it's an adventure, so it's not intellectual, it's emotional. Like, I probably feel a lot of things when I'm on an adventure, but it's also more than that. It's almost archetypal. Archetypal is something that is beyond. It's like, maybe it's like feeds my soul when I'm on an adventure. And if is that what you came for to do, and you feel that it resonates with you every time you're on an adventure, you're like, hell yes. It feeds your soul. Then you can live and not get sick, not get burnout. So then you can do things around it. You can take people out on adventures. You can create adventure maps for people, like I do. Yeah. And my upcoming project, just to share, is to bring people to the land called Israel and take them on an adventure, which is transformation there. So just if you're following me for a while, that's where you heard this first idea. So let's take another example. Maybe it's not about adventure. Maybe for you it's about community. Maybe you're here to create this wonderful community that can change the world, or just to live in a community that you love to be a part of. That's what you're here for to do. That's what feeds your soul. Maybe it can be about family, about togetherness, maybe it can be about clarity. You're here to just like be clear, to figure out the science of life and see everything clear, no shadows. Maybe it's about love. Just share as much love as possible, like the Beatles song. Maybe it's about that for you. Maybe it's about connection, creating as much connection, as much circles, or not as much. Maybe it's not about as much, but just creating connection, that's what your life is about. Maybe it's about integrity, having been this person that represent and source integrity for the world, being the source of integrity. Maybe it's being the source of possibilities in your life. Maybe you're here to be the source of possibilities. Maybe you're here to be the source of high-level fun. Like fun that is not just fun, just having jokes with your friends, but fun that is like serving. So consider one of these possibilities, or 5 of them, or a few of them, as the purpose of your life. They can be called bright principles. Bright principles means that they are part of the source of the world. They're part of these principles that are part of this world, no matter what. And maybe you are here to serve one of those. So actually, it's not really about yourself. It's about being here in service of that thing. Like, for example, being here as the service of love in the world. And then what you do is source that around you. So this might be a little bit far than where you expected to go on this adventure, but I kind of float there. But what I'm trying to say about adventure is that trying to experiment with this thing, you can go and have an adventure and see if that resonates with you, with your soul, or that's something else. Or is it community, is it family, is it integrity, clarity, or it can be a lot of other things like that. And if one of these words, or one of these, it's not about the word, it's about one of these transmissions, one of these dimensions resonate with you, and you can start to experiment with this as thinking about your life in this filter, like maybe this is the purpose of what I do here. And if that's the case, maybe, it's not about being a good lawyer, or about being a good daughter, or being like successful and having a lot of money, or just having a great body, or being very smart, or like being a great artist, a known artist. Maybe it's about, one of these things. And then it's easier. It's not about you. It's just about you serving something. Because there is something about us that we want to be needed. We want to be needed for something. We hate not being needed. And maybe that's what you're needed for here. So a lot of people, when they ask themselves what I want to do in my life, they start with the assumption that what is their need? What do they need to do here? But maybe this need, in other words, is what are you needed for here to do? So much mess in the world. So much people need a coach or something like that. Hello. Maybe you're here to serve something else. So if that is an adventure, talk to me. Maybe we can weave something together, create, collaborate, cross-pollinate. Also check out my website down below. Make sure you like and keep following this channel. See you next time.